Hello everyone, welcome to this channel again, and for today we're going to discuss how you can utilize match function in the Google Sheets. So match function capability is actually for you to be able to locate a certain data point in your table, for example. So for example, let's say you want to know in which row this 10 happened to be, right? So what we are going to do is we're going to use match function. And then since we want to know where is this 10, then we're going to look for 10, and then the range is the reference of data range that we are going to look for. Okay, and then we going to put 0 here for the search type. So 0 mean exact match. So basically because we are looking exactly where the 10 is, right? So we're going to close the formula, and then it show up 2. So basically this is showing you that the 10 actually happened to be on the second row, first one and the second one. So for example, if I'm looking for the 18, so we're going to change this number to 18. So it happened to be on the fifth row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this fifth means is the fifth from the reference, okay, because the reference start from the second row. And this can be very useful, for example, if you want to look at, for example, where is the maximum value in this range. So let's say I'm going to look first what is the maximum value that we have from this range, which is 73, right? So now what happened is we are going to look where is this 73 located. So we use match, and then since we are looking for the maximum value, and then we're going to use the range, which is the same range, and then we will utilize 0 again as the exact match for the search. And then there we go. We find that the maximum value actually happened on the fourth row. First, second, third, and fourth, 73. Okay? And it's actually the same if you utilize or if you want to look for minimum value. So we're going to search from the beginning. We're going to look for the minimum value first. Minimum value for this range is 1, which is happened on the first row for this range. So what happened is we're going to use match, and then we will use the same range, and then we will put 0 again as a search type. And then there you go. Now you know that the minimum value is actually on the first row from the reference. So in this case, we are looking at the second row. Okay. So now we're going to jump on the previous data set that we discussed on the index session. So if you remember, we have this table from the student score, each of the student score from January to March. So what we are going to do here now is we want to locate the position of the student and the month from this table. So for example, now I want to look for student location first. And then where is the row position? Let's say now I'm looking for student A position, which is in this case, if you're looking at this column, student A, if we take this reference from 3 to 7, is actually on the first position, right? So we're going to use match function again, and then we're going to use A here, the student A, because we are looking for him, and then the range, which is this one. And you might want to make sure we change it to absolute reference in case you copy it somewhere else. And close it. And there you go. Now we know that student A is actually on the first row from the reference, which is this one first. And then if we change it to D, for example, it automatically changed to the fourth row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. So D is on the first row. And now we also want to locate the month position, which is the column position. So let's see month here. Let's put first January, and then we will do the same thing, match, and then we are looking for January, and the data range will be this one, from B2 to D2, or maybe we need to change this to absolute reference first, and then 0 for exact match, and then you go. January is happened to be on the first column. Okay, so this is also very useful later on, right? So what I'm going to do right now is let's make it dynamic, right? So since I only put D here, why don't we make it as a validation rule? So what we're going to do here, let's delete it first maybe, and then we will put data validation. And then for this one, we're going to use the range will be from A3 to A7. So we're going to list out all the students and save. And then we can see it's going to be drop down. And what happened is if I choose A, then it will automatically show you the position of the row. And it's also the same if we choose B, C, D, and E. Right? So it will automatically reference the row position. And let's do the same for the month. So let's make it as a data validation here. So we're going to use B2 to D2. And now there you go. You can find the list of the month here. And once you change it, it will show you the column position. So there you go. Now you actually able to find the position for the month and the student right here. So for the next lecture, next session, we're going to discuss how you can combine both index and match to make it easy to locate the position for a data point. And as you know later on, this will give you even more powerful function compared to the VLOOKUP. Okay then, see you in the next session.